Hey everyone, this is Judi with JLBCrafts. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. In this video, I am going to be setting up and hand lettering in my Big Love Letters Planner, the 2021, for the week of December 6th through the 12th. This is X week. But I did want to just take a minute, and I will probably do this at the very beginning of the rest of the videos for the year because there aren't that many left. I just wanted to reiterate, if you've been following me, I will be doing my December challenges all the way through the very last week in the planner, which is the half week. It's the end of December 2021 through January 2nd of 2022. I will be lettering this week. We'll do actually numbers and a little punctuation, and then we'll practice it. We'll go over the basics of bounce lettering and play with that a little bit. So there will be actually 2 videos posted that Sunday. So the other one then that same week appears in the first week of the 2022 Lovely Letters Planner. It's the very first week in January is those same dates, Monday the 27th through Sunday, January 2nd. And so I will also post a video for this week with the very beginning. We'll do the oval stroke. We'll go back and start over at the beginning. I am going to put out a second set of words, so you will have the 2021 and the 2022 words to practice. And if you have been following this whole year and you want to keep going and maybe just keep your lettering fresh, and maybe work on some of those troublesome letters that you don't like very well. For me, they tend to be R's, S's, F's, the lower cases, and of course we can all use more practice on the capital letters because we just don't get the opportunity to write them very often. So I'll mention this again in the next couple of videos until we get to that week, but there will be a bonus double lettering video that week. Two separate videos so that you can watch one or both, whatever's appropriate to you. So, all right, let's get going. So, unfortunately, the lines for December are orange, so I've been kind of struggling to do themes that feel Christmassy but also don't feel super crazy versus the orange. So for this particular week, and I mentioned this in one of my earlier videos in the week, I'm going to use the Amber Plans Her Day Winter Collections sticker book. She has not this first set of florals, but the second set of florals. I almost used these last week, but I wanted to wait until a little bit closer to Christmas. Which I should wait. I keep telling myself wait until the week of Christmas, but I'm just not. I'm not getting there. I want to go ahead and use them. So I'm going to use these beautiful poinsettias. They're on the orangier side, and they actually have some orange berries in them. So we're going to use those. And then I have a new Simply Gilded washi that's from Christmas this year. I think it's called Traditional Tartan or something like that, but it's really hard to tell, but the red and green in that matches these florals so well. So I'm going to start just like I normally would. I'm going to put the washi on the outer edges of the pages and then decorate around with the florals. And she does, Amber Plans Her Day, that book does have coordinating bullet points, so we can use those. So we get everything we need in one book except for the washi. So when you're laying your washi tape down, I haven't mentioned this in this video series in a while, don't pull it super tight. Pull it tight enough to make sure you get it straight, but don't pull it super tight because that literally stretches the washi tape and that will cause your page to curl. I'm going to get my big scissors because I know I'm going to need to cut down the center of the 2 pages. And then I am going to go ahead and speed this up through the rest of the decorating portion and play some music. And I stay tuned, fast forward if you want, I don't mind at all because I will be hand lettering then lessons on the X and whatnot. So I will be back with you shortly. does it. Pretty. The orange doesn't look completely out of place. So, okay, I forgot. I wanted to grab bullet points out of here before I finished with the book. There we go. And I think I will go ahead and just rotate through them all. I don't want my only two greens to be across from each other, so we'll rearrange a little bit. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's write in our words. So, capital X, of course. Zats, like cats, but with an X. Speaking of, and I can't remember what that means. I forgot. I think Zebek, I'm not sure if that's how you say it or not, is a large forest creature, like an antelope kind of thing. I forgot to look these all up. Xerox, we all know what Xerox is. You guys, it is really hard to come up with short words that start with X for capital X practice. It is, isn't it? Excuse me. Excuse me, Zat's cat. Oh, dude. All right. Friday the 10th is X-ray, which is a little bit of a cheat. Next is xylem, which is part of the classification system. I believe that is a Latin word. Or it might have something to do with plants, actually. Capillary action in plants. I can't remember. And last but not least is another cheat, but Xmas. We might need to use the shortened form of Christmas in our planners. We don't know, so there's Xmas for us. Okay, so I am going to pick my pens. I'm sure I'll do an orange, let's see, a red, an orange, a green, maybe two reds, a light red and a dark red. So I will be back, and hopefully Jazpur will be asleep at that point. Okay, the boys are downstairs devouring their lunch, so hopefully we can get some lettering done. So here are the pens I've chosen. I'm going to go with the red Tombow Fudenosuke. It's a little bit lighter, orangier red. And then I'm going to go with the green Zebra Funwari. The Calliograph in orange. And that's the dual brush tip, so I'll go ahead and write ace once with the big end. And then I have the really dark maroon red Le Pen Flex. I already have my pencil grip on that because it's such a skinny pen. So let's get started with our ace drills to warm up. And for those of you that are new, I encourage you to go back and watch some of my early videos or wait until New Year's to start the new planner, because there's a lot now that I just kind of skip over since we've been doing this for almost a year. So just anything you can do to warm up, and we'll cover all of this in the very first week of the 2022 planner. Stuff like how to hold your pen, where to hold your pen, how to angle your paper, how to angle your pen to your paper, all of that stuff. Okay, next is the green Zebra, the Funwari. So Zebra is the brand and Funwari is the particular pen within that brand. Oops, and I just realized I never zoomed in, you guys, so let's get zoomed in. There we go. That's better. Okay, next is the Caleograph. Again, this is Archer and Olive, but the style of pen is the Calliograph as opposed to their acrylograph. Okay, let's switch over and do the big end, which I need to use double the line space because it's so much bigger. I cover the size of the tips quite a bit in my Secrets to Hand Lettering video that came out a few weeks ago. That's what that fat end looks like. Okay, and then last is the Le Pen Flex. and I never can remember, maybe it's the dyslexia, I don't know, which direction to put my pencil grip on, because it's got a fat end and a skinny end, and somehow I got to come up with a system to remember that I like to hold on to the skinny end. I need to put that toward the tip, because I always forget. There we go, that's better. So I got the fat end up now. That's better. Okay, so let's look at X. The X in the book is, of course, lots of swirlies and curlies. So if you remember, I did not do this for my X. It's like a frontwards and a backwards C. And I did my entire week of practice that way, and I hated it. And then I changed it. So this one, it looks like they're starting up high, and they're doing a light curl down. And then I assume they're starting up high again. And this one is skinny. Even though it looks like a downstroke, it's skinny. And then this one is heavy. So obviously not going to be doing that one. Let's see what our other sheets have. So we got everything over here. And I encourage you, there are lots of free lettering sheets with fonts that you can download and print. You don't have to go out and buy a bunch of books. So, so this is the free Fudenosuke calligraphy pen download. So it's really simple. Just a heavy, now their heavy is going in the other direction. The one we just looked at, this one was the heavy one. On this sheet, this one is the heavy one. So almost like they're coming down and then up, which is similar to the way we do the lowercase x. So if you have dyslexia issues like I do, that might be better because it's the same stroke pattern as the lowercase. All right, next is the Crayola Calligraphy book that has the rainbow cover. And I love this book because they show you exactly the order and the direction to make the strokes in. So they're starting here above baseline. They're doing a curl and they're coming light up and ending it with a little lip. And then secondly, they're coming a curl heavy down and ending it with a little bit of a curl light up. The Crayola Calligraphy with the black cover looks very similar. They're actually not, they're doing faux calligraphy in this one, I've noticed. So they're showing with that little red dotted line where you artificially fatten your stroke. But I still like to look at the font choices that they're making, the style choices. So, all right, and then last is what has become my favorite, the Calligraphy Made Easy book that I got at Walmart. So the first capital X that they show is right here. So very similar to the W, which is of course going to appeal to me because I like keeping things the same where I can. So they're doing a little loop, a little entry, heavy down, light up, and then they don't really show which direction they're doing the crossbar, but since it's thin, I'm going to assume it's from bottom to top like we do our lowercase x. So I probably, no surprise to you guys who followed me for a while, I'm going to go with something along those lines. But let's see if there's an alternate, which for the W was super crazy and curly. V, W, nope, they skip X. All right, so I am going to go with this one, but I really do encourage you guys. Half of this process is figuring out your own personal font that you love. And that comes to you somewhat naturally. So, all right. So we're going to start with the Tombow Fudenosuke. And much like I'm going to come into it like my W. And pretty much to get it to look slanted, I almost need to do this one. Instead of coming this way, I almost need to come straight down and then cross it, and that'll give it that slant, which is kind of mind-bending, but all right. Heavy down, light up, and then we'll do our little cross stroke. And I think I'm just gonna kind of leave it open and flowing like I did my W. So that definitely says X to me. It's not too swirly, but I feel like it's gonna fit with my font, so. And I feel like it's too crisscrossed. I feel like I wanna, so right now it's very fat. I feel like I wanna bring them a little closer to center to make it a little skinnier, because I kind of am getting too slanted here rather than straight up, which is making it wider. That's better. See how much skinnier that is? So the challenges I can already tell with the X are gonna be, they're gonna be a couple. Getting the spacing right so I get to the sweet spot on how fat it is. And then also seeing that I cross right at midline as opposed to this one, which crossed quite a bit above midline. All right, so this is the zebra Funwari. I'm just wondering, did I start this little entrance stroke at midline or above midline like this one? Yeah, it looks like I came right down to midline. So we'll keep doing that. My little loops down here at the end are getting a little bit big. This one's gonna become a connector stroke, so I don't want it to be too small, but I feel like they're getting a little out of control. Okay, so this is the Calliograph. Oops, that's not right. Okay, and last but not least is the Pentel, sorry, the Le Pen Flex. I like it. Okay, so while I was giving the cats lunch, I looked up some of these words. So a zat, this is plural, zats, is a totem pole, a word for a totem pole for various different North American Indian peoples. So, all right, so let's try it. It feels a little squished, but otherwise it definitely, I mean, not that it's a word I recognize and look at a lot, but I feel like the letters look like they're themselves. Lots of awkward letter connections in that word. Okay, not that we are ever going to write Xebec in our planners, but it is a small 3-masted Mediterranean sailing ship. There's more to it than that, but it's all technical and I don't understand any of it, so we're just going to move forward. Okay, so Xebec. Actually, and I don't, yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. It looks like it. Ooh, gotta be careful there. That looks almost like two E's. It really does make a big difference trying to cross right at the center point versus above or below. I like this one much better than this one. finally we come to a word that we're a little more familiar with. It's Xerox. Double X on that one. And the lighting is changing quite a bit here, so I'm going to make mine just a little bit brighter. Pacific Northwest. You never know what's going to happen with the weather. Like Xerox. And I've just noticed for the first time, usually with the O before the R, you got to come down really low. Same thing with the X. I need to kind of plan ahead and come down really low coming out of my O, I think, to make that, keep that X looking like an X, the second one. Definitely like finishing the tail on that second X lower. If I feel like it gives me room to do a good cross. I don't like that they were so close together on that one. One page done, Xerox. Alright, we all know what an X-ray is. Hopefully a lot of us haven't had to have very many of them. And there probably should be a dash in that, but we're not going to put one in there. So I'm torn as to whether or not I should keep going on this particular one with the R and then come back and cross my X like a T, just to make sure that there's not an obvious connection point right there. I think I will try that. That worked fine. I would say whichever way flows better for you, go for it. And if you're having trouble connecting these smoothly and cleanly, then try doing it this way. Little squished that last one, but that's okay. Okay, and I was right, xylem is technically the vascular system in plants. So, all right, another Y, I know, but I needed another word with a descender, so. And I just realized this one has an ascender as well as a descender, so. But that looks okay. We're just breaking all the rules with this one. Definitely got a little more squished up here toward the end. Very squished. Alright, now I'm glad I used the poinsettias for this week since we have Xmas this week, Christmas. I like the way the end of the X and the end of the S kind of echo each other. It makes it look put together as a font and polished. There we go. What a fun color combination for the pens too. I never would have thought to stick an orange pen in with all that green and red if it weren't for the stickers. So let me put it in my planner. I'm gonna have to cheat even more on the X's for next year if I want all different words, because there just aren't that many. So there we go. There is my capital X practice for the week of Monday, December 6th through the 12th. 2 letters to go, you guys. I hope you're still with me. And if you are starting with me in a couple of weeks, hang in there. It's almost time. Most important thing is to get your pens. You can use 2 lines together on notebook paper from the back to school section if you need to, but the brush pens are the thing that you need. Now you don't need all the different pens like I have, all the different colors. Just get a couple different black ones to start with until you identify which one feels natural in your hand, which one makes it easier and not harder to do the light upstrokes and the heavy downstrokes. That's today's tidbit. I hope you like this video. If you do, please consider helping me spread the word so we can get lots and lots of people started with us in January. If you do like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you!